January 19th, 2026. A date that, for many, will pass like any other. But today, the world stands at a crossroads, and the story unfolding is one of stark contrasts and urgent questions. As world leaders gather in Davos for the annual World Economic Forum, the air is thick with anticipation. Oxfam's latest report lands with a jolt, demanding attention from those in power and from people everywhere. The report reveals a planet split in two. On one side, billionaires amassing record-breaking fortunes, living lives of unimaginable luxury. On the other, billions of people struggle just to survive, facing daily hardships that rarely make headlines. This isn't just about numbers or statistics, it's about real lives, real families, and the fundamental question of fairness in our world. Every data point represents a person, a story, a hope, or a heartbreak. While a privileged few celebrate unimaginable fortunes behind closed doors, many more face daily battles for food, shelter, and security. The contrast is not just striking, it's heartbreaking. The gap between the ultra-rich and everyone else has become a chasm, growing wider with each passing year. It's a divide that shapes neighborhoods, opportunities, and even life expectancy. How did we get here? What does it mean for our societies, our democracies, and our futures when so much wealth is concentrated in so few hands? The consequences ripple outwards, affecting us all. The economic systems in place are accelerating this divide, pushing inequality to new, alarming heights. The rules of the game seem rigged, favoring those already at the top. In this chapter, we'll break down Oxfam's key findings, exploring how billionaire wealth has exploded in recent years and why this matters for all of us, no matter where we live or what we earn. The choices made in boardrooms and government halls don't just shape markets, they shape our opportunities, our communities, and the very future we're building together. This conversation is urgent, because a world this unbalanced is unstable for everyone. The time to ask hard questions and to seek real solutions is now. The numbers are staggering. According to a new Oxfam report, billionaire wealth surged by an astonishing 16% last year alone, reaching a record-shattering $18.3 trillion. This is not just a statistic, it's a seismic shift in the global distribution of wealth, and it's happening at a pace few could have predicted. To put that in perspective, that's more than the combined economies of some of the world's largest countries. Imagine the entire economic output of nations like Canada, Australia, and South Korea. Billionaire wealth now surpasses them all.
Since 2020, billionaire fortunes have soared by an incredible 81%, almost doubling in just a few short years. This rapid accumulation of wealth is unprecedented in modern history, and it's reshaping the economic landscape. In 2025 alone, billionaires gained $2.5 trillion. That's not just a big number. It's equal to the total wealth held by the poorest 4.1 billion people on the planet. The gap between the ultra-rich and everyone else is widening at an alarming rate.
The world now counts over 3,000 billionaires, a record high. These individuals have access to resources and opportunities that most people can only dream of, living lives of extraordinary privilege and influence. Meanwhile, as their fortunes swell, the majority of people are falling further behind. Wages for ordinary workers have stagnated, and the cost of living continues to rise, making it harder for families to get by. The system seems designed to funnel wealth upward, leaving fewer resources for essential public services like healthcare, education, and social safety nets. Communities are left struggling as funding dries up and opportunities disappear. This isn't just an economic issue. It's a warning sign that our system is deeply unequal. The contrast between luxury and poverty is more visible than ever, and it raises urgent questions about fairness and justice. The Oxfam report makes it clear, urgent reform is needed to address this runaway inequality. Without action, the divide will only grow wider. Extreme wealth for a few means hardship for the many. The time to act is now, before the gap becomes an unbridgeable chasm. While billionaires count their fortunes behind closed doors, nearly half the world's population struggles to survive on just a few dollars a day. The gap between the ultra-wealthy and the rest of humanity has never been wider, and the consequences are felt in every corner of the globe. This isn't just a problem in poor countries. Hardship is rising everywhere, from bustling cities in the West to rural villages in the global South. Even in the world's richest nations, millions face homelessness, joblessness, and food insecurity.
1 in 4 people globally struggle to eat regularly, forced to make impossible choices between food, shelter, and medicine. For many families, every meal is uncertain, and hunger is a daily reality. Hundreds of millions go to bed hungry each night, their dreams haunted by the ache of empty stomachs and the fear of what tomorrow will bring. The world produces more than enough food to feed everyone, yet millions face a food crisis due to waste, poor distribution, and economic barriers that keep food out of reach for the most vulnerable.
As billionaire wealth soars to unprecedented heights, the contrast between luxury and deprivation becomes ever more stark. Widespread hunger and hardship are two sides of the same coin, both created by systems that reward a few while leaving many behind. The same economic structures that create extreme wealth for a handful of people also trap billions in cycles of poverty, denying them opportunity and hope. For every new mega yacht or luxury penthouse, there are millions forced to skip meals or choose between paying rent and buying medicine for their children. The real story of inequality is the loss of human potential and dignity for billions. Children denied education, elders left in isolation, and workers trapped in exploitative jobs. An economy should be judged by its ability to provide a decent life for all, not just by the size of its billionaires' fortunes, but by the opportunities and security it offers to every person. The world now has its first half-trillionaire, Elon Musk, with a fortune surpassing $500 billion. One person now holds more wealth than many nations.
This isn't just about one individual. It's a symbol of a system that allows wealth to concentrate at unprecedented levels. The journey to a $500 billion fortune has been rapid, fueled by soaring stock markets and tech profits.
This level of wealth brings enormous power and influence over economies, politics, and daily life. The rise of the half-trillionaire comes as global poverty and hunger are also rising. The contrast is stark record wealth for a few, growing hardship for many. We must ask, who is our economic system really working for?
Extreme inequality didn't happen by accident. Government policies played a major role.
Oxfam points to tax cuts for the wealthy and corporations as key drivers.
When the rich pay less in taxes, their fortunes grow faster, supercharging inequality.
Policies under President Trump, like tax reductions and relaxed monopoly rules, accelerated wealth concentration.
Allowing big companies to dominate markets boosts profits and billionaire wealth.
This isn't just a US issue, it's global. Trickle-down economics promised benefits for all, but the wealth is gushing upward.
The rules are written to benefit those already at the top.
Lower taxes on capital gains and inheritances, plus lax corporate tax enforcement, have paved the way for record inequality. Policy choices matter. They shape who prospers and who's left behind. Another driver of billionaire wealth is the explosive growth of tech, especially artificial intelligence.
The AI gold rush has sent tech company valuations soaring, creating immense fortunes overnight.
Investors are pouring billions into AI, but the rewards are concentrated among founders and shareholders.
People like Elon Musk have seen their wealth multiply as AI excitement grows.
The benefits of this tech boom aren't being shared, they're deepening inequality.
We've seen this before with new technologies, but AI is moving faster and on a bigger scale.
The winners are becoming multi-billionaires, widening the gap between the tech elite and everyone else.
Without action, the AI revolution could make our world even more divided. Billionaire wealth isn't just about luxury, it's about power.
Oxfam shows that concentrated wealth leads to concentrated political influence.
With enough money, billionaires can shape politics in ways ordinary people can't. They're thousands of times more likely to hold political office.
Their influence protects and expands their fortunes, creating a feedback loop.
Billionaires also control much of the media, shaping what we see and hear.
When media outlets are owned by the ultra-rich, it threatens democracy and independent scrutiny.
The result? A society where the rules and the narrative are set by the few.
The power of billionaires now extends far beyond their bank accounts. Oxfam doesn't just highlight the problem, it offers solutions.
The report calls for much higher taxes on the super rich to fund public services.
A wealth tax could raise trillions, transforming education, healthcare, and social safety nets.
Oxfam urges stricter rules to curb billionaire influence in politics and elections.
National plans to reduce inequality should be a top government priority.
This means investing in workers' rights, education, and closing pay gaps.
These are practical steps for an economy that works for everyone.
The tools exist. What's needed is the political will to use them.
Extreme inequality affects us all, not just the poorest.
It creates less stable, less healthy, and less prosperous societies.
When wealth is hoarded at the top, the real economy suffers.
High inequality fuels crime, poor health, and erodes trust.
It stifles opportunity. Where you're born matters more than your talent.
A child's potential is lost if they're born into poverty.
Reducing inequality gives everyone a fair shot and strengthens society.
Tackling inequality isn't about envy, it's about building a better world.
The Oxfam report is a wake-up call, but it also shows a different path is possible.
With smart choices and fairer systems, we can build a future where prosperity is shared and everyone has a chance at dignity.